going to New Zealand, playing against the World Cup champions. So, it's going to be incredibly tough, and that's why we've picked such an experienced squad, and we've perhaps taken a couple of extra that because we've got the 3 tests, obviously the test against England before we travel, and a game against the Chiefs. So there's 5 games, and we saw what happened with the World Cup in terms of the injuries that we picked up and how tough that was. So it's kind of not the place to go to blood too many youngsters in New Zealand. You kind of want to go there with as much experience as you can have. I think the experience we've got with a lot of key players and some players that have been in the squad for a while. So it's building on that World Cup. It's building on the Six Nations and finishing second, and being disappointed with finishing second as well, and kind of going out to New Zealand and with an opportunity of playing the best team in the world, and a team that is in a rebuilding phase themselves. A lot of experience and players that have been in their squad. They're going to be. You can't underestimate them. Never underestimate a New Zealand side. But going there with that, I suppose the confidence of the number of players that we've got with the experience that they've had, and going out there to do as well. And for a lot of those players, it's it's a huge 12 months, because you'd like to think that those players that go to New Zealand experience that, hopefully do well, then maybe some of them will be included in the Lions in 2017. It was a shame Rodri picked up an injury in the preliminary World Cup squad and wasn't included, so it's good to see him back. And Scott's had a few injury issues over the last year or so, and good to see him back and playing in Judgment Day. He's got a slight hamstring at the moment, so hopefully that's not going to affect him for too long. He should be in contention and pretty soon. It's not serious, and sort of having players in the squad like himself and Jonathan Davies, and probably the hard decision we made was leaving out Lee Halfpenny at this stage. Maybe later in the tour, that if we do pick up an injury or or he gets a few games under his belt, is someone that we could call in later on. But so we had to make some tough calls, but it was good to get some of those experienced players back into the team.